Hello again, it's me, Josh Poet 777, coming back at you again with another poem. This one called Arrested for Preaching the Gospel. And although it's, there's been some instances where this has happened, I feel that this will happen, but we're going to have a great revival first. So here we go. They placed me in handcuffs and took me to jail, contemplating life's choices, and so miserably I could fail. But I hadn't failed to do what he called me to do, and here I am in the back of the car, for me something new. Booking me in, they had announced the charges, preaching the gospel now illegal near a church under some arches. I was stripped of my clothes and given oranges while I was processed in. A photo was then taken, and I gave them a grin. I knew the new unrighteous law was what brought me here, but now my ministry would grow as I would preach it for all to hear. I was led to a cell with multiple unhappy mugs. They asked me if perchance I had brought in any drugs. I told them I hadn't, but I had something better, something that would help remove them from being a sin debtor. A couple of nods here and there, I was then given a chance to make them gospel aware. Some would not listen, as I had come to expect, while others came to Jesus willingly. For others, I had to earn their respect. Making the most of my time, I would walk around, while others came to me, pointing out in the Word what they'd found. The Bible studies I held were usually with a bunch of junkies, but with the amount of new people coming, I knew they were hungry. The guards began to notice the crowds that were drawn. They thought a fight was breaking out. They thought it was on. But to their surprise, not a fight to be seen. The inmates that usually gave them a hard time started not to be so mean. Some of the guards were saved, while others were not, but they all gladly listened and had learned a lot. A small price to pay for being obedient to his word. Would you be willing to do the same if to you this occurred? Times are changing, if you couldn't tell, and this could be a reality someday where you too would be thrown in a cell. What will you do if that day comes? Will you be reclusive or be ready for what you'd become? A felon for preaching the gospel, you'd be placed in that cell. But of course that is far better than facing eternity in hell. But of course that is far better. Yeah, I've already said that line. Let me move on to the next one, please. So be obedient to preach the word now for this very reason. You never know when, with the government, it will be considered out of season. Blessings, y'all.